What's up, all? How's it going? This is the Red Wine finals for the showdown. Here's some of the tiebreaker rules that you're going to see. This is the kind of stuff that, especially for this final round, you want to focus on. Long streaks, 2 balls at once, 3 balls at once, kick shot, bank shot. Definitely things that you want to be keeping in mind. You're going to see that there is enhanced. Let me just back out real quick. Let's just go over this because your bracket should have enhanced rewards. You can see those with the I button here. So as soon as I hit the I in the bottom right corner, you can see your rewards. And you're going to see that these are very nice rewards. That's the entire bracket. And each division is going to have its own set of criteria. But you should see some very nice rewards. So this is when you really want to concentrate on putting together the best possible round, because your tiebreaker, all this stuff's going to be important. Of course, there is the rules. You're also going to see these dead zone pockets. So we have to avoid this pocket up here. We have to avoid this one over here on the side as well. I'm just going to back off with this, and we'll just go standard ball. This just gives me some flexibility. So that's a lot of times why I'll go standard here. Just try to get that cue ball out of the way. Oh, it went in the dead pocket. And you can see a lot of these balls actually shifted over towards that pocket as well. So we're going to have to think about this. I could definitely use something with some nice cue ball, I feel. And the new ball in the shop this week is this one, Ultimati. You can see it has some pretty nice stats, good target ball, good combo, good kick shot. So it's a very nice all-around ball. I'm just going to go ahead and equip it, kind of just demonstrate for you guys. I'm going to try to kick this cue ball straight over. You can see what I'm doing with my speed, right in the 40s. And the goal was just to get this over here, maybe try to throw something together where I could get some stuff out of here. Not quite the right angle for that one. I don't think... There's a lot of blocker balls in the way on this set too. This is a very tough first set here. So maybe I just come down here. We'll just kind of change our positioning a little bit. Trying to get this to come in here. I was hopefully going to go for this red one and maybe go thin. It looks like I can't quite get that to cooperate. Of course, you know, a nice streak is one of the things that you want to try to focus on here. And as you can see, not the easiest thing to execute. It's going to be hard to keep our streak going here. And maybe just try to bounce this off like this. Maybe just hope for some luck. I didn't hit it hard enough, but that was basically a goal to send this one over to that pocket. And there you can see our streak breaks up. It's nice if you can keep that streak going. I'm going to try to run this cue ball in, and that's why we're going thin here. I'm thinking if I go thin, I can get some nice contact here, kind of move some of these balls out of here. And it looks like I was able to do that successfully. So all in all, decent. And you can see what we're going to try to do here. Something to the effect of this. Maybe even a 2-ball run here. And this is a kick shot as well. So we're going to go kick shot. You can see power is very important for the shot, as you can see. So we're going to go right here. Oh, it scratched. So unfortunately it just scratched. So one thing we can also do is we can use these blocker balls to pocket. I'm trying to avoid that if I can, but I don't see a lot of other options. So not much out there for this one. I'm just going to do this. I'm gonna hit the power, as you can see, just to where it's right. I'm trying to get it to like perfectly hit that blocker ball And you can see that's what I just did there. Just kind of nudge that blocker ball so we can come at this and just kind of open up this window here. And I'm going to have to do this one with some speed, I feel. It'd be nice to get some contact on that 3. Looks like it's going to. Let's come in here, right here. You can see we're trying to make contact with the 3. And just clears out of the way. Here you can see another difficult shot on the 3. We don't have a clean look. There's really nowhere for it to go because there's too many blocker balls in the way. So now we have another decision to make. What shot do we shoot? It'd be nice if we could sneak it in that pocket. Definitely don't think that's going to happen. Nothing about this shot is easy. So I'm just going to send this down here. Something like this. Try to make some good contact. Get some balls out of the way. Maybe give myself a clean look on the 3. Combo or something. Looks like this might just combo. So we're going to do something to the line of this. See the gist of what we're trying to do here. But you can see the power is very tricky to get it right where you need it. You're going to be very careful with the shot. And there you can see we're able to get that combo and finish that off. That was a very tough set. If you do something like that, you know, maybe there's a chance that you just want to restart. I'm just going to keep rolling with it. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, could potentially be a good time for you to restart if you're not happy with that first set. The first set is one of the toughest ones. So, you know, you already need to know these first 2, these are very difficult sets. And they're kind of, you know, I'm pretty sure that they're front loaded like that to just give you time to potentially, you know, try to reset if you need to. Just make it a little bit easier for you to work through things. You can see that's actually a really good break. However, there's still some blockers that are just a little bit too much in the way. And unfortunately, this pocket up here, this top pocket, is very guarded, blocked. And nothing is clean right now. There's not a single clean look. But the break itself was really good. We just needed better cue ball position. I just needed to have a little bit better cue ball position. I'm going to go and just kind of kick this, get these blockers out of the way. And you can see that was actually well executed. So I missed. I broke up my streak. However, you can see what we're looking at here. And I'm just going to come over here. This other Crusader, this is the other one that we just got. You can see target ball, carom line, kick shot, bank shot. I'm just going to use one of these. Just kind of work through some of the shots here. Trying to not disrupt too much. So you can see I tried to come through with little power at kind of a nice angle so we could still kind of just have some nice clean looks here. Like I mentioned, this is actually a really pretty solid table. I could see us cleaning this up very nicely. So it really just going to come down to your execution. Maybe just a touch of backspin here. I'm just trying to slide this in here and just kind of avoid all the balls. Oh, just nudged it. No. Man. That shot was not the greatest. That could have been executed much better than that. Because now we tied these up. We just, and down here even worse, you know, we started to block this one now. That is a very frustrating shot. Very frustrating that that happened. That should have been executed much better. So we're going to come through. Just try to clean this up the best that we can. I was hoping to be able to go thin on this at some point, sneak that in that corner. I think I can. This blocker is just in the way, just barely. It would be nice to make some contact here on those balls. I don't think I can do it. Just go up on my Q angle stick. Let's go up to 25. See if I can make some contact here. It's not going to be the easiest thing to do. As you can see, I think it's just coming down just too much. Oh, and it's scratched. Oh, this is such a frustrating set for me, trust me. This could have went so well, and it just didn't. So I think I could come and I could kick this, and we could send this down towards the rail, but let's just try it. I'm going to try to bring the power in right. Oh, we got it to fall. Got it to fall. And it looks like we may be able to clean this table up and run out. So you can see we're just going to try to sneak this one in. Hopefully avoid the blocker. Bring it in with good power. And it looks like that's going to do it. So just a light tap on that. We didn't get it too carried away. This is another possibility, you know, just something to think about, is you could do something like this for like a kick shot. It's just helping your tiebreaker. We just run it into that blocker ball, make sure we don't scratch. It just gives us an extra 15 free points. So we just went from 104 to 119. So let's back out here. We'll go standard. Oh, we got that one to fall. That's good. Let's see what we got. We got some combos. It definitely looks like they're stacked and ready for some combos. So something with a good combo, which the Ultimati definitely has some nice combos. Combo carom, and you can see that's kind of the focus. This first shot specifically, not the best for a combo carom combination. So we're going to come over here. Just bring this over like this. Now we'll try to hit a combo shot on this one. You can see we're just kind of primed for some of these combos. I'm thinking about bringing this 2-ball in with some power. And what's that going to do? Hopefully, you know, you can see that I just end up, instead of sending it like right here with the 2-ball, I send it a couple more rails so I could open that 2-ball up in case I want to go at it later, which is probably what I'm going to want to do. We're just going to keep grinding out these combos. Try to keep this table cleaned up. Oh man, it didn't go, but it did end up going. So it did still go in. I can't believe that ricocheted out. I should have been just a tad bit more careful, I guess. We'll probably go kick shot here. It'd be nice to bring this in at just the right speed to make good contact on this 5-ball though. So that's what I'm going to do. As you can see, I'm setting my power intentionally to kind of go right at that 5-ball. Hopefully I make it. So we did get some contact. It just wasn't the right angle. And that's where the more line that you have, the more that you can see, the more that those combination type can eventually potentially go in. But you can see all things considered so far, we're doing pretty good. I'm going to do the similar type trick here. I'm just going to maybe bring this in with some bring it back at this spin angle. You can see it just comes back and it gives us a clean look here. So we just used that cue ball line to set ourselves up. And with this one, we can just go kind of low power. Just kind of keep this cue ball here because we'll just come down. And this one I'll typically go real soft because you can see we can't use that top pocket. So we need to keep this cue ball real close to the rail. So I'm just going to go real low power so the cue ball doesn't do anything crazy. So if the cue ball stays close to this rail, as you can see, you can just hit more creative shots. And I could technically try to do some kind of kick shot. I'm probably just going to do the straight pull. And we'll just try to angle this hit the right power for it to just miss the pocket. You can see I'm setting my power accordingly, so it just kind of kicks and doesn't scratch there. However, it did almost come into the side pocket. But you can see we are able to take care of that. Much better tiebreaker because we also had a long streak there. We made every single ball. So 9 balls, 9 shots. We were able to clean that up. We're just going to go equip. Standard ball. Ooh, that one ball almost went into a dead pocket. So fortunately it didn't. You want to try to play this as clean as possible. I'm going to come here and I'm going to do this one very softly. You're going to see I'm going to kind of intentionally do this soft. It's because I see this combination shot that I could try to do here. But it's only going to come in at this particular perfect angle. And I'd imagine this is probably going to need some nice speed attached to it as well. You can see that's exactly what we're doing here. We're just positioning this. And there it is. No scratch, hopefully. You can see we kept the cue ball up in a very similar spot, so we can do the same thing with this. And this is just kind of like cleaning the table up, opening up these dead pockets and whatnot. So since we have to go away from the dead pockets, we're just hitting the shots that clean the table up. And it'd be nice at some point to be able to kick this over at an angle like this. I don't know if this is the best time to do it, so I might just kind of stay clear of that right now. We're going to try to get this to come in here. Be right here. Oh, it's scratched. Man. So not the greatest execution because of the scratch. Let's just keep running here. Bring this one in with a little bit of speed. You can see with the speed we just kind of come down the table, kind of free ourselves up for a couple different things we can do. You know, this is one possible outcome. Good time to potentially kick this over. And you can see that's exactly what we're doing. See, it just avoids that pocket. Come down here, low power. You're going to see that we're not going to move this cue ball much, and the reason why is because I want to avoid this scratch and just kind of slide in here. So we'll go low power again, and we'll just finish this one in this bottom pocket here. Just playing this really clean. You can see these special balls also make it really easy with the ball guide. Just have to be just a little bit careful. See, I got a little bit careless with that one scratch that I had, but all things considered, not too bad. You see, it does really affect your tiebreaker though when you have one breakup in the middle. So one of the best pieces of advice that I can give that you guys is just try to keep your round fluid and not have that one stroke in the middle. It's better to miss the break. So like right now, this is the perfect time to miss because we can regroup and we can get on a 7-ball. We can still do a 7-ball streak. It's better to have that than to have something accidentally mess up halfway in between. So keep that in mind. We're going to try to just sneak this in here if I can. I don't know if this is going in. It did. It just snuck in. I really wanted to hit that shot because, and not to mention, you know, I didn't have a streak going yet. So you see with this one, I'll try to bring this in at an angle, maybe send the 4 down the table to potentially still go in. You can see it's coming down right at the right angle. Oh, so just missed. You know, anytime that you can do 2 balls in a row, definitely going to increase your score. It's definitely something you want to focus on. It's exactly what we're going to try here. And we were able to do it. So you can see we brought it in at the right angle. 4 and 5, we made them both. So how cool is that? Every time that you can do that, you're really going to increase your tiebreaker. This is a good time as well. You can see, so instead of us going for a straight linear shot, we're just kicking it off this rail. Oh man, we got to execute those though. Ugh. So I told you guys about splitting up, and when you break up your streak, that's one of the worst things you can do. So I'm going to bring this one down with just the right amount of speed, and that's actually a pretty well executed shot. Because why? We can go for this bank here. Try to get this cue ball out of the way, like this. Oh man, it didn't go in again. I really got to start just taking just a little bit extra time on those, because I'm kicking myself with the tiebreaker. You know, highly recommend that you guys pay just a little bit more close attention than I am, because you do not want to break up your streaks. I did that twice in this rack. I got to just, you know, slow down a little bit, get my bearings. Make sure that you're aiming into the pocket and not just missing it. Just slow down a little bit if you get yourself a little bit out of position, because all of that, you know, could be the difference between winning and losing a tournament. Just one of those can be the difference. So you really got to execute, make sure that you're not leaving anything on the table. So let's keep going here. Try to bring this in like this. Just going to keep this one near the pocket. I can hopefully maybe get a 2-ball combo at some point in this rack. Just going to kind of slow roll all of these. Try to not disrupt too much. See if I can't just execute. The break itself was not terrible. So you'll see everything's kind of in a nice place. There's nothing that is extremely unsettling for being able to run this table. So you just want to kind of keep these shots within your means. Don't do anything that's going to take yourself too out of position. That's exactly what you can see that I'm doing right now. We're just kind of hitting the shots that need to be done. Just slides over. I'll save that one for the end. Just bring this one in with low power. Same with this one. We'll just tap it in. Nice little streak. Nothing fancy. And you can see that's where you see 49 points. So it's just a continuation streak that you're seeing there with the tiebreaker points. This can sometimes be a tricky set, so you do want to be careful. Try to get this cue ball out of here, which is exactly what you can see I did. See if that falls. Go, go, go. Ah! So we could have used that 2-ball. These are the ones that, you know, I highly recommend. Definitely special balls for, no doubt about it. The more creative that you can do with some of these shots, the better. This is like a rail kick. Try to get this one to fall. If there was a time to break up your streak, it would be now. So that's why you see I'm kind of going for like a risky shot. Oh, and it just didn't fall. You're better off breaking the streak at the front end and just kind of setting yourself up. Try to start a new streak, maybe get a 2-ball, get both of these to fall. And sure enough, we did that. 2 at the same time, plus got another streak started. Let's just see if we can finish some things off here. We'll do the same thing here. Just going to kick this off this rail. Bring it down at the perfect angle. for a kick shot. That's just increasing our tiebreaker. A little bit tougher to do on this one. Try to come in and get it to sneak in there. You can see we're able to get that one as well, very similar. We can definitely go combo here. Try not to disrupt too much. We have to eventually go kick shot again. So that's that one. What else? Be nice to get a clean look on that 14. Sure enough, there it is. Combination there. Combination kick. Another kick shot. So I'd say with this round specifically, with the amount of kick shots that I'm able to do here, especially if you don't make a mistake. So you can see I'm really increasing my tiebreaker on this one, just like beating a dead horse with that kick shot. It'd be nice to send this one down the pocket, get another kick shot. Hopefully avoid the scratch. Oh, it did scratch. Man, I thought it was going to have some spin on it, and the spin is actually what made it scratch. So we broke up that streak. That's exactly what I was mentioning to you guys about not wanting to do. You never want to break up that streak. And another kick shot. Broke up the streak again. Kick shots can be tough because you'll see that the cue ball does go towards the pocket a lot. I'm still learning about this game, so that's why you can see that I'm just doing a little bit more risky shots. It's just part of my learning method. Like, I just want to kind of learn more about the game, so you can see that I'm just kind of hitting riskier shots than I probably should. With that being said, let's just evaluate this after we finish. And let's just kind of see what this round did wind up being, because we hit a lot of really impressive shots here in this round, and I usually don't do over a set like this. So it's just going to be interesting to see the totality of everything that we've done here. You can see how good this Ultimati ball is, because we don't have to just go for the easy straight in shot. Is we can do kind of this fancy stuff, and we can still make a fair amount of these. 321 points. Now the only thing we didn't do well there is at 17. Would have been nice to have that back down at around 14, 15. So those few mistakes, but with 321, that is impressive. 321, I think that's my new high. And just imagine if we didn't break up the streak. We would have been looking at like a 400-point rack there. That would have been by far my best one that I've done. I think even at 321, that's my new high. So all things considered, that is a pretty solid break. So, and again, like I mentioned, you don't want these racks to kind of get away from you. So highly recommend, a decent ball. That's exactly what you can see that I'm doing here. I'm just going to kind of kick this in, try to get that. You can see we cleared that out to where we can now shoot it down the rail. And again, like I was mentioning, make sure that you're doing something that is going to for sure be a safe shot. We want to try to keep this streak going, try not to do anything that's going to jeopardize our round. You can see this one specifically, it actually doesn't have combo at all. So if you know that you're going to have to do a combo, you have to avoid this ball. We're going to come right here, try to kick this. It's just going to miss the pocket here. You can see we just missed the pocket. Clean it up. Like I mentioned, this is one of the toughest sets. Just going to come in, do this super light. I wanted to come up for the 3 ball here. Is this going to avoid the scratch? That's the only unknown that I'm not sure of. I think this will. You can see it did. It's a little bit of extra power. It ran it into that blocker ball. That was very intentional, just an FYI for you guys. So I wanted to bring that in, try to make some contact there. We're going to try to do this with the perfect speed here. Try to keep this low speed. Run it into that blocker. Use it as kind of like a defense mechanism. And we're just going to slide this in. Go kick shot and hopefully come right in between those 1 and 2 ball. You can see that's pretty much what we did. And what did this do? It just kind of opened us up so we can go here. But we have to give ourselves, we want to, whatever we do, we want to make sure that we're giving ourselves a shot for the last ball. Try to finish off this table nicely. So I'm going to come right in here. Oh, that came in right at the wrong angle. So we almost finished this off so nicely, and it just scratched. Which broke up our streak. But all things considered, that was a pretty nice rack, and 11 there. 9 is almost like unprecedented for these. It's 8 and 9 are very tough sets. I've had, very mixed results on these. The biggest thing that you want to do is avoid disaster on these two specific, because they are very difficult. So, try to avoid dead pocket on the break. Try to avoid, leaving this in the way, stuff like that. This is overall a pretty nice break. I see 1 or 2 difficulties that we might just have to worry about a little bit, but that's okay. Let's just bring this in, slow power. And then we're going to try to go off the rail here. Trying to take care of anything that could be potentially a question mark for me. Thinking something along the lines of this angle here. Oh, it ran into that ball, man. This is what I was talking about. I got to just take these just a little bit slower and just, instead of rushing through, I got to just take 1 extra split second on these, because I got to stop missing these. It's so bad when you're using these special balls and then make a mistake like that. It's like detrimental. But it's okay. The bulk of my guide, I'm basically just trying to walk you guys through your own rounds, more so than worrying about, whether or not I make a mistake. I can live with it. It's fine. But yeah, ideally, I'm going to try to bring this down in perfect speed, try to sit this on this rail here. I wanted to kind of come at this 9 ball that's just a little bit too close to the rail. We're going to try to come out now. See what I can do here. I really don't see anything very cleanly. Maybe over here. We cleaned up that dead ball. Let's see if we gave ourselves a look at anything. Not the cleanest. Try to maybe kick this right into this rail. Yes. So I was going for that combo, and sure enough, it did go in. Let's see if we gave ourselves clean. And oh, it's not clean. Man. Oh, that is frustrating. So let's clean this up. We'll kick this in like this. Get that out of the way. I can come over here. Just kind of clean this one up this way. A little worried about this 9, but I'm thinking maybe with a kick shot and good speed, we can give ourselves some good potential here. This is a speed-dependent shot, not very easy. So we're trying to bring this cue ball over. That looks pretty good. Stop right there. So I think we did this. I think. Yep. This is a clean look. Sure enough, we were able to finish off that set. So 1 or 2 small mistakes there, but all things considered, getting through 8 and 9 there, that's a pretty good score overall. And then once you get through those, it's a little bit easier. I really do like that Ultimati ball. If you guys haven't seen it, stats on it are very nice. Seems to be very usable. So we made multiples there, but 1 was a dead pocket. I've actually been surprised I have not made too many in the dead pockets yet. Here you can see we're going to try for some kind of combo. That's why it's a good time to go with your Ultimati ball. Ultimati is very good for these combos and kick shots, as you can see. We've been navigating through a lot. Trying to do the same thing here. Just bring this in at the perfect speed. I'm really worried about this ball. It almost looks like and feels like we're going to have to purposefully put it into a dead pocket, for example. So that one's clean there. Bring that 2 off. You can see that it's really cool that we can just kind of do these creative shots here. This would be great if I could run this into the 4 ball as well. I doubt I'm going to be able to. So we're just going to take the safe shot there. Make sure that we pocket it more so than anything. I'm worried about that 4. So in times like this, especially when I made the break, I might just take that. So especially if I'm going to scratch, like unless I can avoid this scratch, it's tough to just say, oh yeah, because whatever we do, we need to make sure that, you know, it doesn't penalize us more than just playing straight pull. I'll do something like this. Just see if this can pocket. Oh man, that was such a great effort. So we did end up saving a stroke. So if we would have just took the penalty, we would have got 1 shot higher, and we almost pocketed the ball on top of it. So you can see we did a really nice thing there. And we almost made it and extended our streak, plus got the kick shot make. Would have inflated our tiebreaker. We just didn't quite execute. You can see how good this Ultimati ball is. It's been kind of my go-to for this. Oh, I think that was a dead pocket, right? I think I made a dead pocket. Yep. So unfortunately a dead pocket again. However, this is another very clean break. If we wanted to really inflate our tiebreaker score, we could do some fancy stuff. Might just start off going with clean. This is a very nice break to potentially just go with starter ball. The only issue is, you know, especially if you're trying to get your tiebreaker up, it's not the greatest for getting your tiebreaker up when you just have to play straight pull and just make clean shots. Avoid the mistake. That's all we're basically doing here. And you'll see that our tiebreaker score is going to be less impressive when you just play pull like this. So let's come down here. We can hit this with just a tiny bit of an angle. Come over here for the 3, and then tap in the 4 at the end. So you can see a nice clean set. However, we got that 2-stroke penalty. And let me just show you from a tiebreaker perspective as well. The only thing we really did for this is the extended streak. So I think that's usually maybe 60 points or something, 70. Got all the way up to 100. But a little bit lower than it could have been had we, in fact, we could have, especially with a 9-ball set like that, we could have potentially gone as much as, 200 points if we would have been doing kick shots on every single shot instead of just a straight. Ooh, we got 2 balls to fall there. Very nice break. This is another potential to just kind of play through clean. You can see we'll just go low power here. This is a nice potential for like a 2-ball. You also got to worry about potentially missing this shot if you get just a little too careless. Looks like we made it. Not the angle though. This one, we're just going to go thin, come down with some power. Should give us a nice straight in on the 2. Just a little bit more power would have straightened that up, but all things considered, just need a light little tap. Pretty nice rack there, 5 shots. 5 shots is pretty much as good as you can do on one, 71 points because of the 2-ball combination. Some good bonuses in there. Ooh, made one in a dead pocket again. It'd be nice if one other thing went in. It would have been nice to just have one extra shot go in. Just based on the fact that, we got that 2-stroke penalty for where that first ball went in. There you can see, nice clean. This 3 is an area of concern for me, especially without a special ball. So, you may need to use a special ball. You get in situations like this. Just going to bring this with some power. And that was not well executed. My goal was to make some contact on that. You can see I just ended up missing. But you can see as a result, especially when you throw in a scratch, it did the exact opposite of what, and we just scratched again. Like this set got out of hand super quickly. And you guys can see just how fast that happens. And you can see no ball guide here, so I'm just guessing. It almost went in. As long as you don't scratch and you set yourself up, that saved myself 1 stroke because we're able to make it 1 stroke less than had I just tapped it into that dead pocket. We would have shot a 12. But man, for a 6-ball set, that was a very, and look, our tiebreaker is only 12 for that one. That's how bad that set was. Terrible, terrible, terrible set. And that's where I was mentioning to you, this is where special balls can come in handy. And look at this one, another very lackluster break. This is definitely a time where I would recommend utilizing something because nothing really was done well. So we need to kind of clean this up the best that we can. And we scratched. I was hoping that was going to ricochet off that pocket, and it didn't. So again, not the strongest rack we could have done. Man, that one scratched too. I've been trying to clean up all this mess over here and just bringing them in at the wrong angle. See if we can start doing some positive things. There's one. Finally cleaned up the rest of that side there. I'm going to bring this one in like this. Another kick. You see how much we just kind of, especially when we pull off this ball, is we just go for pretty much all kick shots with this Ultimati. Instead of playing a straight shot, you know, we got to get some of that tiebreaker back. We make one or two couple mistakes, and we're just trying to hit all these fancy shots just to get our tiebreaker back up. A 10 there, and then tiebreaker 150. And that's with us not even having as good as a streak as we could have. Let's finish up with, I'm just going to keep this Ultimati on. I want to try to do the best that I can to kind of clean this up. We'll try to keep our tiebreaker going in the positive direction, hopefully the whole time. It means we're going to try to intentionally avoid doing stupid things. Let's see if we can do that. So we'll bring this in with perfect speed. Clean that one up. Anything else we can clean up? See if we can get the angle that we want here. Doesn't look like it. See if we can go thin on it. Doesn't look like it. We have to find something. Foremost, and like we've been mentioning, make sure that you make the shot. So we definitely want to take something that's going in. And we actually made two somethings. So another really positive shot. And again, especially when you're doing a shot like this, make sure that you make it. Sure enough, there it is. Nice little kick there. Not sure if that's going in. This could be, we could add this to the risky pile. But since that 3 ball's there, I'm thinking about doing it. Because I think the 3 ball, yeah, sure enough, I was correct. But look, we just put another ball inside that pocket. That's going to be very hard not to dead pocket, unfortunately. It's going to be very, very tough not to do a dead ball there. Trying to think of the best way to go about this next shot. A little 2-ball combo kick. So stupid. It stopped short, so we broke up our streak. Just 1 or 2 tick marks of power more is all we needed. And breaking up the streak, that was probably the dumbest thing we could have done. Because we probably now, you know, that's like probably 100 points or so of tiebreaker we just throw away. So that's foremost. You know, try to take care of those situations. Make sure you don't have right in the middle of your rack something like that when you guys are playing through yours. You're better off taking the sure thing. And I'm still worried about this ball. Like, how am I going to pocket it without scratching, without... So I'm thinking about maybe hitting a shot that's going to try to go for like a 2-ball combo here. So at least if we make it as a 2-ball combo, it kind of reduces the penalty just a tad. And we're going to come in just with the right speed here to get on the other side of this one to make sure that we give ourselves a clean look here. So you use that cue ball line. And with this one, we can come up with some power, send this down the rail, and then give ourselves a nice look at the 3. We could have had an even better tiebreaker than this. Oh, and I just threw away 15 points by not doing a kick shot there. That was an easy kick shot that I could have done. So I should have kick shot that one. And you can see with that, breaking that up in the middle, compare that to 7. So when we look at 7, 321 reduced down to 151. That's how important it is to not throw away one of those streaks right in the middle of your run, because the longer that extends, the more that you're getting. Towards the end of that run, you're going to be getting like 15 points a shot just for pocketing and continuing your run. So you throw away a lot of points that way. So you need to be very careful with that. But here you can see, we finish off nicely, 165 tiebreaker. We have a pretty impressive tiebreaker. Hopefully you guys have some success with your qualifying rounds and semifinal rounds and can finish off and play well for the finals, get some nice ball rewards. Feel free to like, subscribe this video, and post some comments in the event that you guys still have some additional questions. I can do the best that I can to try to answer those. And good luck out there. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.